Canton, Missouri has a new mayor tonight, and her first order of business is to rebuild the city's police department. They were already without a police chief when the only 3 remaining officers resigned last week. WGEN's Dylan Smith talked with the mayor. And Dylan, what's the process like to rebuild the department at this point?
Well, Daniel, the resignations of the 3 officers comes after an investigation by the Lewis County Sheriff's Office revealed evidence tampering. Now, county officials have made it clear these 3 were not involved. Nonetheless, it still leaves the city with no active police force.
Right now, is this the city's highest priority?
Absolutely.
Newly appointed Mayor Sharon Upchurch has a simple agenda.
Right now, this is what I'm focusing on.
Get the Canton Police Department up and running again. The department's lot is full of squad cars, but with no officers to drive them. But that doesn't mean the city's left unprotected.
We're patrolling there. We're responding to calls there, just like last summer.
Last summer, when CPD was down to a single officer, the Lewis County Sheriff's Office stepped in. After a dozen or so chiefs have come and gone through Canton, Sheriff David Parrish says it's a familiar situation, and his deputies are here to help.
Their calls for service are not what I would consider overwhelming or something that's a burden. It adds a little bit of a workload to each one of my deputies, but it's not extreme.
The Missouri State Highway Patrol is also lending a hand. To rebuild a functioning department, the Canton City Council approved a Citizens Advisory Committee that'll oversee the chief selection process and the hiring of officers. At a public forum 2 weeks ago, residents said they don't want to rely on the county. Upchurch says this is a part of that.
I'm hoping that this will make the community feel like there's more involvement, wider involvement.
Their citizens get to decide what type of police service they want. And they'll have no argument from me when it comes to that.
And starting today, Upchurch says they're advertising the chief's position. She says once they start getting applications, she'll call the community together to see if any of the applicants are a good fit. And then from there, they move to hiring officers. Daniel?
All right, thank you, Dylan. Upchurch had served on the city council for more than 20 years. She served as the mayor pro tem after Jared Phillips resigned 2 weeks ago.